Right. See how much power I have.
Oh, you need me. I know, I just thought you were fixing your hair, so I was going to peek in.
Well, to save Jason, do you need some? We'll go for it. We'll just start out with yours.
I like that thing. Oh, really? Great speech, Addie. Great speech.
And it's separated from yours.
I told Abby to mute it.
Okay. I was like, but then we were sat there like we were text her and ask if we're done. Because I wasn't really more sure if we should use one or not.
Oh, I told Abby to mute it. I was like, I need to hear this one.
So if that one's a little
Mute it when they start. Then she starts talking.
It's in my hands and my phone. It's a trial balance. I can see that it's so I'm going to submit it, and then if she says yes. I told him he could wear shorts.
I'm clear as day.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I unplugged the iron. I want to be walking in. At the same time. That's what I was That's what I was totally thinking. Wait, something's missing. That's right, BC. You didn't leave the first session yet? I was thinking it. She just left. Maybe they just had to leave. Yeah, but it's still kind of fun. I have 4 chapters. All right. If I'm a year younger, that means
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the Bigfoot High School Concert Band, under the direction of Miss Brittany Paff, plays our national anthem. Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Anderson, and I proudly serve as principal here at Bigfoot High School. We're so excited that you're all here on this beautiful day to celebrate the graduating class of 2026. Please welcome our District Administrator, Doug Parker, for our opening message.
Good afternoon. Today I welcome each of our friends, families, staff, distinguished guests, and Board of Education for joining us as we recognize the class of 2026. Families and parents, 4 years goes super fast, doesn't it? I know there's been ups and downs, laughters and tears, but there is something about working hard and achieving a goal that is inspiring. And it's always fun to watch our children grow and learn. I want to thank you all for your support of your student and Bigfoot High School during their time here. Staff, thank you for all you've done for our graduates. A huge shout out to all of our elementary school staff as well. It truly takes a village to raise a child. We all remember the positive moments from our school-age days. I encourage everyone to reach out and take a moment to say thank you to those who helped get you here. Whether it's a teacher, a custodian, an administrative assistant, somebody in food service, or even the assistant principal who gave you a detention which you probably deserved. A personal thank you can go a long way in a person's life. Graduating students, each of you has completed an academic career plan designed to get you ready for life after high school. No matter what you do, a 4-year college, 2-year tech school, apprenticeship, or just start a career right away, you will rely on the skills that you learned in and out of the classroom here at Bigfoot. I hope that you have learned allows you to better understand how to take on the challenges of life as an employee, a citizen, a friend, a spouse, and a parent. I also want to thank you for all your service that you've donated to our community. From the Christmas fruit baskets to all the blood drives, food drives, working festivals like the Corn and Brat and the Lobster Fest, the list goes on and on and on. Your volunteerism and service make you an incredible source of pride of our community. When you're a little kid, everyone asks you, what do you want to be when you grow up? As you leave Bigfoot for the final time today, it's okay to not know what you want to be when you grow up. People change jobs and careers all the time. You are ready to take on the challenges that the world will bring, and you'll continue to learn and grow. Leave today knowing you can be the author of your own life and nothing is impossible. Congratulations, class of 26. Welcome and enjoy the ceremony.
first class speaker today is Caitlin Linker. Caitlin has not only been one of Bigfoot's highest academic achievers, she's also been extremely involved in a variety of extracurricular activities. She's one of the most respected voices of leadership here at Bigfoot High School. Please welcome member of the 2026 class, Caitlin Linker.
Good afternoon, everyone. Faculty, friends, family, and of course, the Bigfoot High School graduating class of 2026. As we celebrate this milestone, I first want to start by taking a moment to thank our parents, teachers, and coaches who supported us every step of the way and made this all possible. We would not be here today without all of you. And to my classmates, congratulations. After years of early mornings, late nights spent studying, and moments where we weren't sure we could make it any longer, we're finally here, at the end of something that once felt so far away, but also what the majority of us have been counting down to for the last couple months. For so long, graduation was the goal, something we talked about, looked forward to, and imagined to be over. We couldn't wait for the moment we'd finally be done. Then somehow, the future we spent years waiting for quietly became the present. And the funny thing about time is that it moves differently depending on where you're standing. In freshman year, it felt like high school would last forever. 4 years sounded impossible to imagine. And during those 4 years, we spent so much time counting down to the next thing. The next semester, summer break, senior year, and graduation. But somewhere along the way, all those moments we were rushing through became the memories we're holding on to now. Because the finish line we spent so long chasing also marks the end of something we will never get back. And suddenly, the things we used to take for granted feel a lot more meaningful. To think that 4 years ago, we once stood at the very beginning, navigating the hallways, learning how to unlock our lockers, and meeting our new teachers who helped shape us into who we are today. It's strange how something you never noticed you depended on can feel so important when it's about to be gone. Maybe that's why this feels different. Somewhere along the way, we experienced so many laughs without even realizing it. The last time sitting in your favorite class, in the same seat, next to the same people every day. The routines that once felt ordinary are suddenly becoming the ones that matter the most. After today, we won't all walk the same path from here. Some of us will stay close, some will drift further apart, and some connections might even fade without us even noticing. But what we've shared throughout these past 4 years doesn't disappear just because we're moving on. These years have shaped us in ways we're only just starting to understand. The confidence to try something new, the resilience to keep going when things get hard, and the ability to adapt when life doesn't go exactly as planned. And even if we didn't always recognize it in the moment, Bigfoot High School, each other, and these experiences mattered more than we thought. So, as we leave here today, remember, this is the last time we'll all be together in the same space. Congratulate your classmates. Hug your friends as tightly as you can. Take the photos and record the moments. Do not miss your chance, Because if these past 4 years have taught us anything, it's that time moves fast, whether we're ready or not. The moments we think will last forever eventually become memories, and the days we wish away are often the ones we miss the most. Wherever life takes us next, don't let your future steal from the present. Appreciate the people around you, and don't rush through the chapters of life just to get to the next one. Class of 2026, this is our goodbye, the first of many, but also the beginning of something new. Thank you, congratulations, and welcome again to the Class of 2026 Commencement Ceremony.
Thank you, Caitlin. Our graduate address today is being delivered by Maya Gonzalez. Maya was recently awarded as one of the 2026 winners of the prestigious Chief Award for both her excellence and leadership during her 4 years at Bigfoot High School. Please welcome her to deliver the graduate address to the BFHS Class of 2026.
Good afternoon, everyone, faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, the Bigfoot High School graduating class of 2026. I'm honored to be speaking on behalf of all of us. I think the strangest part about graduation is that for years, this day felt impossibly far away, and now it feels like it has all arrived at once. For so long, all we wanted was to get here. We counted on the days, talked about senior year like it was some distant dream, and wondered who would we become when this moment finally arrived. And now that we're here, I think a lot of us are realizing something we never expected. The moment we spent years looking forward to is also the moment we say goodbye to so much of what got us here. Today is not only a celebration of a diploma or a finish line, it's an opportunity to reflect on 3 key takeaways from our high school experience. All the small moments, all the memories, all the small moments of growth, and all the personal successes that quietly shaped us along the way. Because while every person sitting here took a different path to reach this point, in the end, those different journeys are what led us to the same moment. This moment right here, today, and together. Starting with memories. Whether we were here for 4 years or only a short time, we all created memories day after day. It was not only the big milestones or accomplishments, it was walking the hallways together, sitting with the same people at lunch, going to games, dances, performances, and all the seemingly unremarkable moments in between. They were the normal days that became the memories that mean the most to us now that we've reached the end. And while it's hard to face the new reality that high school is now in our past, reflecting on our time as chiefs helps us realize that the ordinary moments were quietly becoming part of the larger journey that led us to this ceremony. This brings me to growth. Without even realizing it, every single one of us has grown. Some of that growth was obvious. Maybe you became more confident, found your passions, discovered your people, or started figuring out the future you want for yourself. But some growth was much quieter. Sometimes growth looked like learning how to ask for help, learning how to walk away from things that no longer served you, learning how to keep going even on days when you really did not want to. Not all growth is loud or noticeable at the moment. Sometimes it happens little by little until one day you look back and realize you are nothing like the person who first walked into that building 4 years ago. And somehow, every small moment of growth, even the ones we barely noticed at the time, became part of the path that brought us to graduation today, the final achievement, which leads us now to success. When people think about what they've achieved, they usually picture the big moments like awards, scholarships, honors, or college acceptances. And while those accomplishments absolutely deserve to be celebrated, some of the most meaningful successes were much quieter. Sometimes success looked like finally getting an A on the test you studied so hard for. Sometimes it was speaking up in class when you were usually too shy to even raise your hand, stepping out of your comfort zone, or simply showing up every day and continuing to try. We all came into high school with different goals, challenges, and support systems. Some graduates had entire families cheering them on every step of the way. Others were their own biggest supporter. Regardless, you still made it here. And that is something every single one of you should be incredibly proud of. Not every victory comes with applause, not every achievement gets announced, but that does not make them any less meaningful, because every small victory was another step on our journey to this moment. Of course, none of us did this on our own. To our teachers and staff, thank you. Thank you for supporting us not only as students, but also as people. Thank you for your patience, encouragement, second chances, and for believing in students when they struggle to believe in themselves. For many students, school became more than just a place to learn. It became a place to feel supported, encouraged, and seen, and that matters more than you know. Class of 2026, as we leave today and step into whatever comes next, I hope we remember this. Today is not just proof that we reached the end of high school. It is proof that every small moment along the way mattered. So, as we move forward, do not overlook the small moments, quiet growth, and personal victories that shape your life, because those are often the things that matter most. And down the road, when the memory of all those normal days fade, you'll remember this day when you rocked your red cap and gown as the one that represents everything that made high school so special. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it.
Thank you, Maya. I now invite you to enjoy a musical selection by the senior class choir members under the direction of Miss Elise Williams as they perform the well-known theme song from the hit show Friends. Thank you, choir. Al Baker is a 1998 graduate of Bigfoot High School. He attended Ripon College, where he graduated magna cum laude with majors in English and education and a minor in theater. In 2003, Al returned to Bigfoot, where he taught English, directed the fall play, and coached baseball and basketball for 5 years. In 2008, he moved to Woodstock High School, where he ran the credit recovery program and served as head boys basketball coach for 14 years. Recently, in 2022, he transitioned to his current role, leadership role as an athletic director in Woodstock High School. We're excited to have him back today and share a few words for our graduating class. Please welcome home Bigfoot High School alumni, Al Baker.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2026. Quick shout out for Caitlin and Maya. You guys did great. Let's hear it for the speakers one more time. This is hard. I was nervous, but you guys made it look easy, so now I think I can do it. So thank you. One piece of wisdom that I share with coaches all the time is that friction grows in the space between expectations and reality. This is usually part of a conversation about being clear with athletes about their role on the team. But for me here today, it means being clear with all of you about what the next few minutes of your life are going to look like. I've listened to many of these speeches, and I know that you will at some point get the sense that I'm about to wrap up my remarks. My greatest fear is that that feeling will come upon you when I still have several paragraphs left to go, and that I will have misled you through tone or structure, and that friction will start to grow between us in the space between that moment you thought this thing was going to end and the moment that it actually does. So let's level expectations right out of the gate. I've rehearsed this speech 7 times as it currently exists. It's been for an average of 9 minutes and 42 seconds, and I've divided it into 6 parts, which I'll highlight as we go. So here is part 1, which is where I share a brief anecdote that will help me to introduce the theme of my remarks. As Mr. Anderson said, I graduated from Ripon College in 2003. I remember exactly one thing from our commencement address. I remember the speaker telling us that she remembered exactly one thing from the commencement address at her own graduation, which she shared with us then and which I'll share with you now. In 1895, there were only 2 cars in the entire state of Ohio, and they managed to crash into each other, creating the first car accident in history. Now for the bad news. I, unlike my commencement speaker 23 years ago, have done my homework, and I regret to inform you that that story is apocryphal, or an urban legend if you didn't take AP Lang. There's a recorded accident from 4 years earlier, and if you Google 2 cars Ohio crash 1895, the photograph you find will weirdly but almost certainly be of a 1932 car crash in Boston. Now for part 2, which is the main idea, which is that our brains are addicted to stories. I love stories, I always have, whether it was right over there in the house I grew up on Thistledown Lane, where my dad would read to me from the Hardy Boys at bedtime, or right over there in Mr. Brower's AP English classroom, where I first read my favorite novel, Catch-22, and was inspired to become a teacher. I even spent a summer during college working as one of the worst custodians that Bigfoot High School has ever had. It was an especially hot, dry summer, so most mornings I would sneak into the library, take a book off the shelf, and spend the day with a book in one hand and a hose in the other while I overwater the plants. As an athletic director, one of the most boring conversations that I occasionally overhear is whether certain activities are real sports or not. People who have strong feelings about this topic are not to be taken seriously. Because the truth of the matter is that it's all sports, or none of it is, depending on how you look at it. Most people would agree that football is a sport, but the true appeal of an NFL season is that it's a collection of stories. Every series, every game, every transaction, every headline about locker room drama. And those of us who tune into those stories every week are not meaningfully different from those of us who are anxiously awaiting the release of Spider-Man Brand New Day, or those of us who watched The Crash on Netflix and whose TikTok algorithms are currently feeding us endless Mackenzie Shirilla content. I'm in all three of those groups, by the way, and the minutia of these examples is different, but the purpose is exactly the same. Stories help us to make sense of a confusing world. This is what makes storytelling a valuable teaching tool. I have a very clear memory of our entire sophomore class being herded into the auditorium to watch Schindler's List when we were studying the Holocaust in Mrs. Reese's world history class. There were a lot of facts and ideas and feelings bouncing around in our developing brains, and the story of Oskar Schindler gave us a narrative framework to process them. In the Ohio car crash example, I think there's a general sense among humans that many of us are quite stupid and that we're capable of screwing up virtually any situation, so that story fits our existing framework. It feels true even if it's not, which brings us to part 3, which is a warning. I said before that your brain is addicted to stories. Well, addiction is a dangerous trick that our brains play on us. Imagine an alcoholic or a drug addict shaking and sweating from withdrawal, or a gambling addict desperately selling a prized possession so he can deposit another $100 on DraftKings. When the world doesn't fit the shape that we think it ought to based on our experiences, our brains become those shaking, sweating characters, desperate for a narrative that fills in the anxiety-inducing gaps. And what do we do when we don't have access to a truthful narrative? We invent one that feels true to us. In the world of high school athletics, this takes many shapes. Coaches complaining about an athlete who just doesn't want to be here today. Athletes complaining about a coach who won't play them because he just doesn't like me. Parents complaining about an official who's out to get us. In all of these cases, those complaints are based on a story you've told yourself, not a reality that you've observed and confirmed. It's a feeling, not a fact. Outside the world of high school athletics, this takes many other forms that are familiar to you. Conspiracy theories, propaganda, discrimination. Does anyone else watch the show Couples Therapy with Dr. Orna? No. Okay. Once you start seeing the world in the way I'm describing here, you notice that 90% of the work she does with couples is getting them to communicate clearly so that their internal narratives are informed by the things their partners are actually thinking and feeling, rather than uninformed by the things they imagine they're thinking and feeling. Whether it's these types of interpersonal relationships or your larger view of people who don't vote like you or pray like you or look like you, this addiction to storytelling can be dangerous if we aren't reflective about our own limitations and biases. The good news is that part 4 is a metaphor for a solution. In your mind, you've got a library. It's full of stories based on your experiences, and every time that you're confronted with a person or an event or a situation that causes confusion or anxiety, you reach into your library and pull out a story to help you make sense of it. The absolute best way to guard against the dangers of the uninformed internal narrative is to expand your library. To gather as many stories as you possibly can so you're more likely to reach for one that is kind and fair and true. When you arrived at Bigfoot 4 years ago, maybe you had one of those little libraries you see in people's front yards with a few children's books and maybe some dog treats. Someday, if you're lucky, you'll have one of those Beauty and the Beast libraries with the sliding ladders. That's the dream, both in the metaphor and in real life. So how do you get from here to there? Well, now is the part where you can cross off MLK quote on your commencement speaker bingo cards. Dr. King said, "I'm convinced that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because they don't communicate. And they don't communicate because they are separated from each other. So don't let yourself be separated from each other. Touch grass. Say yes to as many new and different experiences as you possibly can. See as much of the world as your situation allows you to, and learn about the parts you can't see by becoming a voracious reader. Listen more than you speak, and follow the advice of my favorite TV character, Ted Lasso, which I see every day on a big poster on my office door. Be curious, not judgmental." You graduates are off to a great start because over the past 4 years, you've added thousands of stories to your libraries, thanks to an amazing group of teachers, coaches, office staff, administrators, and friends. I know that from experience because Bigfoot did that for me as well, and part 5 is going to be one of my stories. I got married in 2003 and started teaching at Bigfoot shortly thereafter. This is my wedding ring, and today it's more or less an extension of my body, but back then I still had a nervous habit of taking it off and spinning it on my desk. My dear friend Nicole was a first-year teacher that same year. We taught in the same department, and her room was next door to mine, and during my 5 years at Bigfoot, we formed a lifetime friendship. I mean that literally. We went to the farmer's market with them last weekend. So Nicole would always tell me not to spin the ring because I was going to lose it, and I would roll my eyes, and then one day I lost it. Although in my defense, it had nothing to do with the spinning. So I panicked briefly, and then I got to work, and eventually with the help of a metal detector that I borrowed from another staff member, this is true, I found it in a snow pile out in front of the building. But that's not the important part of the story. At the time, the custodian in charge of our area of the building was named Cindy Lee. We weren't close friends, but we were friendly, exchanging pleasantries when she would come in at the end of every school day to vacuum and empty the waste paper baskets. And one day, shortly after I found my ring, she said to me, "I gotta ask, did you lose your ring because you were spinning it like Nicole always said you would?" I laughed. I told her no, this was me being an idiot in an unrelated way. And she said, "Okay, well, my husband's a woodworker, and I told him the story last night, except I thought maybe it was because of the spinning, so I asked him to make you something." And she gave me this top right here. This is the genuine article. It's not a prop. The Sharpie's a little bit worn, but you can sort of see where she wrote, "Mr. Baker, spin the top, not the ring." I've moved from classroom to classroom and office to office over the last 23 years, but this comes with me every time. And whenever I feel myself giving in to an uninformed internal narrative, I try to remember to reach into my mental library for that story about Cindy Lee in the top. It's in a section about kindness and thoughtfulness and community and connection, and I wouldn't presume to speak for anyone else, but I know that on those rare occasions when I approach the best version of myself, it's because stories like this one have given me the choice to see my world through a more generous and compassionate lens. Part 6, which you will remember is the last part, is my very brief conclusion in which I say thank you once again to the entire Bigfoot community for this tremendous honor, and especially to our 2026 graduates. And I tell you what all commencement speakers are required to tell you, which is that this ceremony is called a commencement for a reason. It is the beginning of a journey, not the end, and it is now your responsibility to go out there, suck the marrow out of life, as Thoreau said, and build yourself a big, beautiful library. You're going to do great. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Al. Nearly 8 years ago, a group of staff members led the change to recognize more students' academic achievements using the Laude system. The system allows many high schools and colleges to establish tiers of academic excellence and achievement for recognition rather than traditional ranking systems. And that's not good. Actually, that was Al's speech, not mine, so I think we're okay. Each tier, back to the script, celebrates both the students' rigor in their academic program and success in their coursework. This year, 64 students have earned academic honors represented by the chords in 3 separate categories. Summa cum laude, a 3.8 or higher, was the gold cord and stole. Magna cum laude, a 3.4 grade point average or higher with the gold and white braid, and the cum laude, which is a 3.0 or higher, white cord. These academic honors are the culmination of hard work and dedication by our students. However, we also know that parents play a huge role in our students' success. At this time, I would like to ask that all students earning academic honors and their parents to please rise for a round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. Within every class of students, there are those who set the bar just a little higher, striving for and achieving excellence. Would the following 19 students please come forward to the front and be recognized? Stephanie Barth, Gavin Baxter, Adele Benedict, Braden Bimrose, Lydia Ferentz, Nathan Finnegan, Maya Gonzalez, Benjamin Grant, Wrigley Grindle, Jackson Hamburg, Ava Hanna, Gwyneth Jacobs, Rebecca Conkle, Caitlin Linker, Elijah Lipto, Luca Perez, Carter Reese, Sophia Stewart, and Miley Walter. These students before you have earned the highest academic honors with a 7th semester grade point average of a 3.8 and a summa cum laude status. In recognition of their hard work, dedication, and perseverance it takes to achieve this level of excellence, these students have also got the distinction of wearing the white stole along with their gold cord. Congratulations to all these students, and let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you, guys. Be seated. The graduating students in the class of 2026 have chosen to pursue a wide variety of paths after graduation, from four-year universities to local two-year colleges, in-state or far from home, starting a path in a trade or as a skilled apprentice or in the workforce experiences. The paths are unique for each individual's student interests, strengths, and dreams. However, two Bigfoot graduates have chosen to take a different path and have enlisted for service in the United States Armed Forces. This commitment is significant and represents a personal willingness to serve our country and stand for the freedoms we all value and enjoy. Would James Buchanan and Andrea Flores please step forward? Stay there, don't leave yet. James has made the decision to enlist in the United States Navy. In June, he will report to basic training in the Great Lakes Naval Base to begin his service in the United States Navy. Andrea has enlisted in the National Guard and will depart for training in South Carolina this July. Please recognize me again in this for these two dedicated individuals for their commitment and service to our country. Thank you. Okay, now for the moment everyone has been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas to the members of the 2026 graduating class. Bigfoot High School School Board members will help present the diplomas. Please welcome Senior Class Advisor Mr. Chad Rail to read this year's graduates.
Julian David Akala. Michael Paulo Alfano. Sean Moran Ashenden. Rex Douglas Augustin. Stephanie Grace Barth. Eliana Noel Bauer. Gavin Quinn Baxter. Andy Ray Claire Beetstra. Alexis Amanda Bender. Adele May Benedict. Lourdes Bernal Cortez. Braden A. Bimrose. Ryan Blodgett. Charles Frederick Bona. Olivia Emma Bovial. Wyatt Timothy Bowers. James Young Buchanan VI. Kennedy Lene Burton. Carla Maria Castaneda Ortiz. Keegan Joseph Chadwick. Valak Preston Channing. Destiny Lynn Christensen. Kate Elizabeth Sismoski. Wesley Michael Cornelius. Diego Cote Martinez. Marie Arlene Coleman. Donovan Anthony DeLuga. Emma James Dawson. Raquel Dominguez Escobar. Autumn Carol Doyle. Isaiah Matthew Dye Hamilton. Brian Garcia Escobar. Lydia Louise Ference. Shayna Jane Farrell. Nathan Thomas Finnegan. Alex Emmanuel Flores Carbajal. Andrea Esperanza Flores Flores. Israel Junior Flores Lopez. Anthony Miguel Fuentes. Lillian Alice Ray Gibbs. Anthony Ricardo Gomez. Maya Lou Gonzalez. Chloe Nicole Grabsky. Benjamin John Grant. Wrigley Marie Grindle. Jackson Scott Hamburg. Ava Marie Leslie Hanna. Dante Alexander Haro. Brian Lewis Hearn. Elijah Asebe Henningfeld. Jonah Tesfaye Henningfeld. Reed Sterling Shahao Henningfeld. Orlando Gabriel Hernandez. Elinette Huerta Jimenez. Kate Lynn Hummel. Gwyneth K. Jacobs. Allison Danielle Caston. Kylie Margaret Canal. Rebecca Emily Conkle. Austin Dean Kuyinga. Brody Allen Cannell. Jose Leon. Angeles Montserrat Leon Reyes. Caitlin Viola Jean Linker. Ella Noel Lippert. Elijah John Lipto. Callie Marie Los. Ethan Rain Maley. Ulysses Martinez. Dalton Robert Maynard. Gage Robert McMahon. Drayden Albert Mead. Israel Jesus Mejia. Isaac Zachary Miller. Jasmine Mondragon Huerta. Flynn Thomas Montgomery. Amara Ocean Mueller. Chase Arlen Nitch. Brian Ortiz Hernandez. Claire Irene Paddock. Jaden Paul.
Let's go, Jacob. Yeah, baby. That's how you
Joseph
do it,
R.
boy.
Pierce. Luca Sebastian Perez. Gracie Nevea Ray Price. Jaden Jamarcus Raby. Carter Jacob Reese. Jonathan Patrick Rosansky. Anthony Salinas Ramirez. Amara Rose Salzman. Isabella Marie Sanchez. Amy E. Santner. Ava Marie Schoonover. Cody Christensen Swartz. Jonathan Slayton. Lilith Catherine Smith. Owen Jacob Smith. Ryan Sosha. Allie Grace Stankovitz. Dominic J. Staver. Sophia Noel Stewart. Anastasia Marie Troja. Miley Lynn Walter. Haley Nevea Wanat. Madison Hadley Wordlow. Patience Valerie Welch. Aiden Marshall Lewis Wynn. Savannah Rose Woods. Addison Joe L. Zaraza.
Attaboy, Wesley!
Okay, before we officially close this afternoon's ceremony, I want to leave the class of 2026 with one final thought. You made it. Through all those early mornings, late night homework, group projects where one person mysteriously disappeared, countless Google Classroom notifications, and hopefully more than a few powerful memories to share with each other when you get together at those reunions, you made it. Today you walk out here not just as graduates of Bigfoot High School, but as young adults ready for what comes next. Some of you are headed to college or careers or military apprenticeships or figuring it out one step at a time, which honestly is how most of the adults are doing it too. As you move forward, remember to work hard, stay kind, show up for people, and don't be afraid to fail once in a while. Also remember, your parents can no longer check your grades, so congratulations on that freedom. To our families, staff, and community, thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting these students every step of the way. Graduates, I said this morning, enjoy the moment, take the pictures, celebrate responsibly, and never forget that you'll always be home here at Bigfoot. Congratulations, class of 2026. We're very proud of you. All right, with the class of 2026, please rise. Not there yet, hold on. Members of the Bigfoot High School Board of Education and District Administrator Doug Parker, I confer the diplomas of the class of 2026 as they have met the requirements set forth by Bigfoot High School's Board of Education. Class members, please signify this moment now by turning your tassel to the left. Members of the Board of Education, District Administrator Parker, parents, family members, and friends, it's my honor to introduce to you for the first time the graduates of the Bigfoot High School class of 2026. Congratulations. Families, the graduates will be exiting the stadium down there out to the back on the soccer field for all the pictures that you would like. So again, plenty